Hello guys. Welcome back. You are watching Precognition. If you PC can't run GTA 5 and you want to play similar games like GTA 5, then this video is for you. Starting right after the intro. Number 5, Bully. Bully is an action-adventure game set in an open-world environment and played from a third-person perspective. The game's single-player mode lets the player control a high school student teenage rebel James Jimmy Hopkins. Throughout the story, Jimmy rises through the ranks of the school groups, archetypes which include bullies, nerds, prep pies, greasers, and jocks. Players complete missions, linear scenarios with set objectives to progress through the story. Outside of missions, the player can freely roam the game's open world, consisting of the fictional town of Bulworth, and has the ability to complete optional side missions. The player can use melee attacks and weapons to fight enemies. The weapons available include slingshots, bags of marbles, stink bombs, baseball bats, planks of wood, and spud cannons. Jimmy can run, jump, swim or use vehicles to navigate the game's world. The vehicles available in the game includes a skateboard, scooters, bicycles and go-karts. Bus stops are located in various locations around the world, allowing the player to quickly travel back to Bulworth Academy. Number 4, Mad Max. Mad Max is an action-adventure game set in an open-world post-apocalyptic environment, emphasizing vehicular combat, in which the player is the eponymous Mad Max. According to its publisher, up to 60% of the game focuses on driving. Some weapons and tools, including flamethrowers and turbo boosts, are mounted directly onto the magnum opus, while others, such as a grappling hook and sniper rifle, are used in conjunction with the vehicle by Chumbucket, Max's assistant, or Max himself. Max's magnum opus, with its V8 engine and powerful ramming ability, can destroy enemies' vehicles and weaponry. When simultaneously driving and aiming, the game changes to slow motion to allow the player to toggle between targets. Although Mad Max primarily uses a third-person perspective, the player can switch to first-person view when fighting enemies while driving the magnum opus. Number 3, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is an action-adventure video game with the main emphasis on non-linear, sandbox-style gameplay, parkour movements, crowd-blending stealth, assassinations, and melee fighting system. The combat system features several improvements, and for the first time in the series, the game offers a multiplayer mode alongside 15+ hours of single-player gameplay. The game introduces a new management system. The player can recruit new members by destroying any of 12 Borgia towers around Rome where papal troops are stationed, and then rescuing disgruntled citizens in their districts from being harassed by guards. The player, as Ezio, can then send them to assignments around Europe or call them for support during missions, if they are not already occupied. Tasking the novice assassins makes them gain experience, and the player can customize their appearance, skills, and weapon training to some degree by spending the skill points they have earned. Assassins can die on missions, from which they will not return. Ezio masters new gadgets, such as Leonardo da Vinci's parachute, which can be used when jumping from tall buildings, along with poison darts, a faster-acting poison, a crossbow, and the ability to hold and throw. Number 2, Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is a third-person action-adventure game in which players control Rico Rodriguez, field operative of the agency, in an effort to overthrow the island dictatorship of Panau, an open world for players to explore. The game has 3 types of missions. Agency missions advance the story and are the game's main campaign. Faction missions task players to assist the game's 3 factions, and stronghold missions task players to infiltrate government bases and liberate them for the factions want to advance through the campaign missions. A player must earn chaos points, a progression system introduced in the game. Players earn chaos points for completing missions and destroying designated government property. As the number of chaos points increases, the factions gain influence and the government begins to collapse. In addition to typical missions, Just Cause 2 has race challenges which give players cash. Number 1, Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is a first-person shooter set on the fictional Rook Islands, a tropical archipelago controlled by bandits and pirates. Players portray Jason Brody and can approach missions and objectives in a variety of ways. They can kill enemies by utilizing firearms such as assault rifles, sniper rifles, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, and explosives like landmines and grenades. Alternatively, players can utilize stealth to avoid the attention of enemies. For instance, players can scout an enemy's outpost by using a camera to mark the locations of enemies, or toss rocks to distract enemies. The stealth approach, which can be done by using silenced weapons and combat knives, can prevent enemies from triggering alarms which call for reinforcements. Skills are collected by gaining experience from completing missions and killing enemies, and are unlocked in 3 skill trees, themed as the spider, the heron, and the shark. Each skill tree upgrades different aspects of Jason's abilities, with the spider upgrading his stealth takedowns and hunting skills, the shark upgrading assault takedowns and health, and the heron upgrading his long-range takedowns and mobility. As skills are collected, a tribal tattoo on Jason's forearm grows correspondingly. That's it for today. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. And let me know if I have made any mistake. See you in next video. Stay safe. Goodbye.